Hello everyone, and I welcome you to the Modern Dating Bible. So in this video, I tried to break no contact in more than 10 of my exes, and this is what happened. So now let's talk about it. The only way you can prove if a method works is when you try it over and over and see the results, right? We're not talking about if it works once in out of 10 people, but if it works to 7 out of 10 people, therefore it means that is a method to take home, because most of the times you will be successful. So this is how you approach dating, and all the advices that I be giving you, that I give, are advices of things that work and not things which we think might work. So now you might have heard, of course, about the no contact. If it's not your first time, everyone likes saying go no contact, but let me assure you, it is not that easy. So, but what happens when you break it? With theory or reasoning, when you break no contact, it's almost like if you can go 30 days or 60 days without talking to your ex, remember, you might feel like obviously they're gonna respond because it's been long, they probably miss me, they will see I still love them, they're gonna appreciate it. That's the mindset. But realistically, is that the case? Let's put it to the test. So in all my life, honestly speaking with you, I'm talking about something that I know, something that I've tried, something that I've tried to test over and over. And let me assure you, each and every time I try to count how often do I become successful, how often does it work. Whenever I break no contact, or maybe let's just take a lady is to be silent deliberately, waiting that he's gonna text first. Each and every time I would eventually text first, yes, she would respond, but let me assure you, it would lead to nothing. No meetup, no reconciliations, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is this, even to guys with women, I'm not a woman, but I try to sit down and compare instances where I had female friends, and I would just observe even those who would also be begging back or breaking no contact, the things that I would think, how I would feel. And I got to compare, and I realized that even to us guys, no wonder why women are crying, no wonder why they will take her back but starts to treat her like trash. It's all because she broke no contact, and each and every time, whether it is from a guy to a girl, if you text the lady, if you text the guy, anyone whom you text first, you break no contact. The human mind, let me talk about the human mind. You must understand, the thing is, you end up looking, you are the vulnerable one, you are the one who's begging. So that's why people will end up being the one to now make conditions. Now that we're talking, I no longer wanna. Now that you want me back, first you must promise. You get what I'm saying? Remember, there is no way you can be in the room of coming up with demands if you are the one who's begging. The one who's begged is the one who says, since now you say you want us to get back together, first do this and that. So this is where it comes from. When you see people, you ask them back, you break no contact, but still they ghost you again, maybe a day later or 2 days later. It's all because now they are feeling like they are in power. That is why, according to my theory, I realized that each and every time a lady is to disappear, to go quiet, whenever I beg her, whenever I text first, whenever I start to chase her, it's like most often I never get her back, she will further run. Of course, there are those tricky situations where you do it, it works out well. That's another video on its own. I'm going to teach you sometime. Just make sure if you're enjoying, you like, you subscribe, because I'm going to give you all the tips that really works. So that made me to sit down. I'll be like, okay, now that I have learned that you must go no contact, don't text there first, let me see if this works. And it is not easy, honestly, when you start off, but you have to believe in this formula and you have to make yourself get used to it until it happens naturally. That's what happened to me. It took time, but eventually I got it right, and now I will not care when I go no contact. When the lady starts acting up, I know the right medicine to use. Don't text her. She will come back most likely within a month. If it takes longer, sometimes 2 months, but I'm not in a hurry. You get what I'm saying? That's another video on its own, of course. So I applied, and here are the results. I got to realize that if I can be strong enough to go no contact, ladies eventually will reach out. Some, they will reach out through my stories. Maybe when I post, that's when she will view and then react. That's when she will view and comment on my story. You might be scared to say hi because it looks like you're begging, but when you comment, it looks almost innocent. So I began sitting down and I started to count how often I became successful. That is when I came with the conclusion that, okay, every time I will break the no contact, it will end up nowhere. Yes, they were gonna respond without a doubt, but no meetups, no her getting her back. But each time when she texts first and I still act cool, eventually she would want to meet up and she'll be back in line and things will get back to normal. And that happens most of the time. So that made me to conclude, almost like the same manner in which I learned to not even go for cold approach, because I realized in almost cases you do cold approach. You remember you are a stranger, the person that didn't know you, they will blow you off. You hardly successful as compared to maybe other methods, maybe via social media or howsoever. Just that it's a video, another video on its own. That is why I confidently told myself that, you know what, I won't be doing cold approach unless if I'm at a meeting or we're at a function and I can see that it's another strategy on its own how to approach them, just to meet a stranger at the mall and say, hey, can I talk to you? Because in most cases it was bringing failure than success. So that's how actually you learn what to do. So what would work best, that's what I would try to apply. So meaning no contact indeed. If you break it, you are done for. That is why I say in most often, only break it if you know that you are the one who messed up. But after then, likely after you break it, they might still act up a bit. You shouldn't worry anymore. Let them break it the second time around, because already you have shown that you are sorry. You have shown that you wanted to make things right. So those people, they say distance, space makes the heart grow fonder. They will eventually get rid of all the bitterness in their heart, and they eventually start missing you. That is how you will eventually reconcile after maybe 60 days or so. That is why, as long as you show them you're sorry, they won't have anything negative to hold you against, because they will remember that you did apologize. It's just another video on its own on this apologies and all. But the bottom line is this: in conclusion, when you go no contact, when you don't break it, they are eventually gonna reach out and you will likely get them back or get them chasing you instead. The chances are very high as compared to if you break it yourself, you go and beg and start the chasing. I hope this was helpful. Remember to subscribe and I'll see you in the next upload.